You would have, if you were here last Sunday, received this, and there's a foyer. In the foyer, there's another table as well as a Gideon's table, and it's NB Parents. It's a series of parenting seminars that are being launched here at North Beach over this year. And the reason for that is it's important to strive to be godly parents in a complex world. We can help one another do that. I'm going to tell you a little bit more, and then we're going to hear even more than what I can tell you. NB Parents is run by Martin and Cheryl Harris, Lisa Kenrick, Darren and Catherine Birch. We'll all be here on site to run this, and Hayley Pierce, our kids and young families worker, is overseeing and is organising kids ministry. It's happening on Sunday afternoons. It's an awesome, important, timely opportunity for parents. I want us to hear more, so I'd like to invite Martin and Cheryl to come forward, and we're going to have a bit of a chat. Martin and Cheryl have been an enthusiastic part of North Beach for many years, with a couple of extended Australia-wide trips in the middle of that. 3 kids, Lara, David and Phoebe. Lara's just added a son-in-law to the family as well. And I just, look, running a parenting seminar clearly means that Martin and Cheryl, that you see sitting before you, have all the answers about parenting. And so I'm going to ask this question: how did that happen? As a parent myself, I want to know how that happened.
So we don't have all the answers, but we were blessed when our children were young with a lovely couple who ran a parenting course, and we needed help and we attended, and that was the beginning of our journey and multiple parenting courses over the years, and we want to pass on that blessing.
Yeah, and by going to those courses, you found substantial help. Is that what you're saying?
We did. You know, when you're a parent and you admit to a friend and you say, oh, look, it's really tough, I'm really struggling, and they go, no, you're doing really well. That's not enough.
No.
You need practical help, you need spiritual help, you need somebody that you can bounce ideas off, you need someone to walk alongside you and to help you make things go right for your parenting journey. And
there's an enormous amount of godly wisdom that will bless us as we take hold of that. And I know that's my wife and I's journey with parenting as well, where you were enormously blessed by this kind of content and support and help. How will these seminars work?
So on a Sunday, we're going to come along here to church. It'd be at 1:45. And all you lovely parents that have got little kids can then hand them over to Hayley, and she'll look after them for the rest of the afternoon. And then you guys can just relax.
This is sounding really, really good.
Yeah. Then you get to relax and spend time with other parents. We'll have generally a short video or a teaching session, and then split up into different groups and discuss. And then at about 4 o'clock, by 4 o'clock, because Hayley, as much as she loves your kids, would love to give them back to you. We'll catch up for an afternoon tea and a bit more of a chat. And the musos that need to do their practice.
Sunday 6 can come in and do this. So 4 o'clock sort of like the soft end.
Yep.
Fantastic. Who are these for? I'm a parent. Who's it for?
It's for all parents. But having said that, it's also for those who want to be a parent, or if you're a young person or an old person and you work with children, you're a teacher and you would like some practical help and support. It is particularly aimed at those with children ages between 0 and 12, and it is open to everybody. We're advertising within the church, but if you have a friend or a family member who could benefit, then they are very welcome to come along as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And I also just want to really emphasise that if you're planning to have kids or you've got very young kids, that is actually the best time. Absolute best time, but it's not too late if your kids are older.
No.
Okay. What resources are you going to be using?
We're going to be using multiple resources. The 2 core resources will be from the Growing Families in Australia information, which is Parenting from the Tree of Life. We'll also be using TED Trips, not TED. Yeah, it is TED.
Yeah, it's TED.
TED Trips book, Shepherding a Child's Heart. But over the years, as the phases of our children have changed, we've found different resources to suit different phases, and so we'll be supplementing with that as well.
Yeah, and the point is that it's intensely practical. It's going to be helpful on a day-to-day basis. It's not just theory about parenting.
That's right.
Yeah, fantastic. Can you tell us what the cost is?
The cost is free, but we do have a book.
Free but.
Oh. Free but. It's the yes
Free
but. But there is a book which we'd like you to buy to go with it, which is $40, which we'll have
Okay,
here.
so and the book is a good investment.
It's great for when you later on you look back as well. It's like, now what was this on this topic? Where's some information? So it's great to look back on the having the book there.
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
Why? Because parents need practical, spiritual help. The investment that they put into their kids, the investment they put into their spouses and their families is well worth it. Why? Because we all need help, and we know that. And
it's not a sign of weakness to say I need help.
Our kids aren't in this service, but they'll be like, yeah, mum and dad needed help.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most kids would say that, even if they didn't realise it.
Yeah, I'd also say it's dads out there. Often we sort of think it's like, oh, mum does most of the parenting because we're at work long hours or my job takes you away. But it's actually really important, guys, for you to be here as well, because there is so much that you need to sort of, I suppose, be on the same page with your wife. Yeah. And also, grab onto what God actually specified for us as men, as fathers, what our role is in the family.
A significant role. So it is super important for mums and dads to be there, hence the child minding. So it all sort of fits together in a great and a good way. What if somebody can't make these sort of fortnightly, three a term thereabouts? Do you have to can you go to number 2 if you don't go to number 1? How does that work?
Well, definitely our intention is that everybody comes every chance that they can.
Intention.
Because it is 3 to 4 Sundays per term. So we sort of hope you can try and wiggle life around it.
Yep.
But we will be summarising different stuff. We will have material available that people can use to catch up on if there's specific subjects that they've missed and want to find out more about. But don't feel if you've missed one, that's it, you've missed the whole course. You can just come in.
You can jump on board at any time and you will be blessed and you will be helped.
Absolutely.
And the blessing will be greatest if you're there for them all. Yes. So, So how do we find out more about this and the dates and all of that kind of stuff?
Well, the first key date is the 25th of February. That's when we start. And
Which is close.
It is close. And we'll be fortnightly for this term. We also have a table out in the foyer that we can give you the flyer, we can sign you up, we can give you more information, show you some of the resources that we will be drawing from and answer any of your questions that you have. And
more importantly, for those that are technologically in with it, you can scan the QR code on the little leaflet.
And that can get your name on lists, all sorts of things. Fantastic, excellent. Yep. So thank you so much for what's happening in that space. Let people know, and parents in particular, take hold of this golden opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
A round of applause there for Martin and Cheryl. They're absolutely fantastic.